as you listen to these words, I can hear people say, but how can I feel good? Look what's going on in the world. Look at this hostile place that we are in. Look at all the hatred. Look at all the drug abuse. Look at all the illness. Look at all the wars. Look at the problems in my life. How can I feel good when there are so many people all over the world starving to death? How can I feel good when there's so much confusion in the world? How can I feel good when so many people are depressed? How can I feel good when my children are struggling? When my mother has cancer? How can I feel good when there's robberies, when I read every day about people hurting? How can I... And on and on and on go these questions about how can I feel good? And I want to say to you in response to that you can't feel bad enough to make anybody else's life better. And you can't feel sick enough. You can't get sick enough to help one person get well on this planet. No matter how determined you are to be sick because of the sickness that exists around you, no amount of your getting sick can get one person well. And you can't get confused enough to unconfuse one person in the world. And you can't get sad enough to bring joy to one single soul on this planet. So that no amount of your defending not feeling good does anything to make yourself or anyone else feel good. I suggest to you that when you think of the word and say the words, I intend to feel good, that you substitute the word good for God. And you say, I want to feel God. I want to feel God at any moment in my life. And that means that at any particular moment in my life, I want to remove any and all resistance that I have to being able to be in rapport with, in harmony with, source energy. I want to look at anything that stops me from doing that. And anything that stops me from doing that, I want to put a halt to because I want to feel good. I just want to feel good. That's such a difficult concept for so many people to grasp, that it's okay to feel good. Because when you feel good, you're feeling God. And when you're feeling God, not only does it make you feel better, it's not a selfish thing, but you now have changed the energy that you vibrate to. And part of what I'll be presenting here a little bit later is the impact that you will have on others around you when you change your energy pattern so that you are in harmony with source energy. When you get back to source at any moment in your life, at any time in your life, in all of your conceptualizations, in all of your feelings, in all of your actions, when you are in harmony with source energy, you change everything around you. You change everyone around you. When you are steadfast, as I said earlier, when you're steadfast in your abstention of thoughts of harm directed toward others, you impact all living creatures. And you can change the energy of your home. You can change the energy of your workplace so that you can not only impact others in a positive way, but you can collect allies. You can just go around and begin to see this world as a friendly place rather than a hostile place. And you can see everyone that you encounter in your life as an ally, as a co-partner in attracting whatever it is that you wish to attract into your life. Because you can't do it alone. I'll give you an example. I was in a grocery store not too long ago, and I went in just to get some salmon, some smoked salmon. And I went to the department in the grocery store was where they sell fish. And I figured probably the right place for getting some salmon, fish department. So I asked the man behind the counter if they had smoked salmon. Now, this was over in Hawaii, and the fellow that was there was from another country, so he didn't quite understand what it was that I was asking for. And there was a man standing next to me. And I was feeling so good this day. And when you're feeling good, you're feeling God. It's the same as feeling God. When you're not feeling good, by the way, you're in resistance. When you're feeling sick, when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling depressed, you have left source energy. You're not with your source. You're not with God. When you're feeling good, you are connected to source energy, and the world wants to work with you. When you're around people who are feeling good and who are steadfast in their abstention of thoughts of harm ever directed toward anyone else, see the world as a beautiful place, as a kind place, as a friendly place, as a creative place. When you're around people like this, you want to do as much as you can for them. So the man next to me obviously heard what I said and went to another department in the store on the other side of the store and came back with a package of smoked salmon for me and handed it to me. He said, I think this is probably what you're looking for. He didn't tell me where it was and say, go get it, which would have been a wonderful thing to do. He decided instead that he would go and get it for me. And as he handed it to me, I said, that's really kind, thank you very much. And I was thinking, this happens all the time. It happens in small ways like this, but it happens in big ways. Like all through the writing of The Power of Intention, I would get up from a writing session and I would maybe be stuck for just a few minutes about something, and my eyes would gaze over on the bookshelves where I was writing to a book that's been there for 20 years. And I'd just look over there, and I'd look at it, and I'd take it out, and I'd sit down just outside on the patio or whatever, and I'd just look at it, and I'd open it up in exactly the right page, the right book, and it's been there for 20 years. And it's the first time I've ever looked at it. Somebody sent it to me 20 years ago. And it's like the world becomes a place that starts working with you when you feel good. The telephone rings and the right message that you wanted, and it's the same thing as, this is really a hard one for people to get, but it's the same thing is true with money. Money is just an energy. It's just pieces of paper that represent energy showing up into your life. And when you are feeling good, when you are feeling God, abundance flows into your life. If you're in a state of gratitude and believe that you're in a friendly universe, I pick up money. I find money every day. Now, it's, usually pennies and nickels and dimes, but I find it every day. But I never, ever stop when I see a penny. I always stop and bend over, and I notice that the ground gets a little further away. But I always get down there, and I pick up the penny, and I always say the words, thank you, God, for this symbol of abundance that continues to flow into my life. And I put it into my pocket, and I remind myself to give something to somebody else. And until I've given something to somebody else, I don't put that into a separate little container that I've kept for the last 25 years of all the symbols of abundance that have flowed into my life. And there's probably $500-600 in coins and bills and so on that over the last 20 years have showed up into my life. But it's a symbol for me. And I never say, God, I'm tired of the pennies. I really need dollars. You never say that. I love the story of a woman who was walking along the beach with her grandson. And she's just walking along and happy. And all of a sudden this tsunami, this huge wave comes up and hits the beach and takes her grandson and takes him out to sea. Her grandson is gone, and she can't figure it out. What in the world has happened? And she gets down on her knees and she begs and she cries. She said, oh my God, this is the worst thing. This is the worst day of my life. This is such a tragedy. Please, God, please bring my grandson back. Oh my God, I'll never be able to live another day if you don't. And on she goes. Suddenly another wave comes through and plops the little boy right down on the beach right next to her. And she looks up and she's so happy. She's got her hand and she says, he was wearing a hat. Do you stay in a state of gratitude, or you're always looking for more, you see? So, every thought that you have, every moment that you have that is one which keeps you from feeling good is a moment of resistance. It's a moment of resistance. So if you tell yourself, as you're listening to these words right now, this all sounds fine, but I have never been able to do this before. If you say, I don't think this is going to work, you're in what is called resistance. Your source is a place of well-being. And a little bit later on, I'm going to describe exactly what my impressions after writing about this for 8 months, what this source looks like. For now, I'd just like you to contemplate what it feels like. I've told you how it feels. It feels good. I want to feel good. And by the way, saying those 5 words, I intend to feel good, I want to feel good, I will feel good. I mean, I used it last night. I'm going through some difficult times in my family with one of my children, and which is normal. And I was up about 5 o'clock this morning, and I was thinking about what I wanted to do here today, but I also had these thoughts about what is going on with one of my children. And then I stopped and I started seeing that was making me feel bad. And it was also keeping me from preparing to do what I wanted to do today. I want to come here and take this microphone and feel good all day. And not just all day, but for the rest of my life. That's what I want to do. And so the thought about what was going on, and then I stopped myself and I said, I intend to feel good. And the sickness that I was feeling in my stomach, the tightness that I was feeling, the lousy feeling, you know what that is when you're worried about somebody or something going on. And you stop yourself in the minute and say, I want to feel good. And that means I want to feel God. I want to feel God. All that God created was good. I want to feel. That's what I want to feel. It was gone. Now, I could have sat there for an hour this morning and thought about all of the things that were going on with one of my children, and not one thing would change. I couldn't feel bad enough for an hour this morning to change any. Now, if I could stand up here and say, if I felt bad for an hour, it would really help my daughter go through the struggle that she's going through, I'd be here giving you a talk on feeling bad. But it doesn't do that. It's just an inner dialogue that we have become accustomed to that really is a form of resistance to bringing about the solution that we want. The solution that we want is to feel good, and we want her to feel good as well, and all of those other people in our lives that we care about. And the way that we do it is not by feeling bad and leaving God, but returning to God and having the energy, and sure enough, I know what will happen today. I will stay feeling good, and she knows that, and when I talk to her, I will say, I want to feel good, and she'll say, I know, Dad, and I want to feel good too. And I know, I have absolute knowing that whatever it is that her path is destined to be in this struggle that she's going through at this moment is in perfect order, because she came from a field of energy that is called a field of well-being. It's well-being. And we only get into places in our lives of non-well-being when we leave source energy.